Hello everybody, this is Simon with Let's Play Sonic Unleashed. It is finally time. Are you ready? We are actually going to continue the plot, and for this reason I am going to do the grand start of showing how on the world map we are directed to Chun-Nan, which has been waiting for us for quite a while, where every NPC wants to visit. But I don't think that this diversion with all of the side levels and the side content was like stalling or anything. I think this is the meat of the game, and being distracted by all of the things you can do as the world finally expands and you can travel around it is one of the most enjoyable things that you can do in Sonic Unleashed. Not that the main content is bad in any way, like there's a lot of very good main levels and you need them to understand and unlock the actual side levels that are so diverse and interesting as well. But I think if you are only rushing through, as I've said multiple times, you are first of all depriving yourself of some of the best content the game has to offer. And secondly, it will burn you out a little bit because it's just a big, more and more difficult level after another. And there is a lot of fun to be had on the side. Anyway, back to the plot. We had just talked to a lot of NPCs who were all up in arms about the Elder being missing. But the only two NPCs we actually have to talk to are Lin, who gives us the quest basically to look for the Elder, and then Wang, who is here blocking the entrance stage until we talk to Lin. So that's all you have to do, and the rest is just set dressing, and I want to get on with it, so I didn't talk to them too much. But what do we have here? We have a cutscene showing us a new pair of boots, which leads me to think that obviously we need these boots to get into the next level. So I'm getting the boots, of course, right? And finally, we get the Air Dash, an ability that I have hinted at before, in which we would have, for example, needed in Holoska's entrance stage, where we have a similar spring to here, and we can boost into the distance after said spring sends us into the air. Something like this, yeah, to get over here. And then we get some other goodies and so on. So finally we can do that. The problem is, this is not how the story progresses. This is where Act 1 daytime is. And we do have to use the air dash to get here and so on. But the actual story progression is in this pagoda, where we have a grayed out entrance portal, which means that we actually have to come here at night. It's a little bit awkward because obviously the game is still linear in its story progression. We do need to do the night stage first because it's going to be a cutscene afterwards and so on. But it doesn't block us from being here at day. We had a similar issue in Holoska, I guess, where we still haven't done the night level. We had to do the day level first. But Holoska's entrance stage was much smaller, less involved, and you could see that half of the night stuff was blocked off. Here, however, you just deliberately need to go at night, otherwise you cannot progress, even though everybody tells you go to Chun-Nan, go to Chun-Nan. And you just need to figure out that it needs to be at night. It is, as I said, slightly awkward, and I think they could have done it better. Maybe by saying that the Elder has vanished at night, maybe by giving you blocking off the entrance stage until it is night. Something like this, but well, no matter. It is what it is, and I know, of course, what to do now. I was confused a little bit by this the first time I played, and I was confused a few more other times when I first played the game, for sure, in various entrance stages, like, when do I unlock this and that? Why can't I just do it? No, you can't. You need to progress the plot. Anyway, here is a new mechanic, these things here, which I can only activate once Chip has stopped talking. Thank you very much, please. And I'm not a big fan. You have to mash the button, and you have to mash it until you automatically get catapulted forward. And I feel like it is like 2 seconds too long. For the first time I went here, I had forgotten how they worked, and I had just let go of the B button once the pole had been fully drawn down by Sonic. But if you do that, Sonic just gently lets go and puts it back in its original position and doesn't get flung over. You have to mash the button until he's satisfied with it, which is really weird. And also the hitbox to even get the pole to get the button prompt is also tiny, as we just saw. So it's not the best mechanic. And now that we have finally returned to the start of the entrance stage at night, it's like they are thinking of you going here through the entrance stage at night. We finally got the cutscene showing us, hey, you should go to the pagoda where the next level portal is. But you don't even see the level portal the way the camera is tilted. So it's a little bit weird. It's a little bit awkward. It's just what I'm saying. Like, right? You get what I mean. Anyway, this is it. Finally, another big Werehog level. Dragon Road, Act 1, Night. And we're going to do it immediately because I deliberately didn't spend that much time exploring the entrance stage and the town. Because it is time to go. And we are immediately turning around and get rewarded for our efforts with the first of 10 sun medals. I'm not going to get every sun medal in this level, I can already tell you. I miss a lot of it. And I generally know one big chunk of what I miss, because this level basically has an upper path which I currently don't know how to access. I just fail to see how to get up to it. But instead of just spending a lot of time and maybe some deaths as I jump into holes that I think might hold the secret, I'm just not gonna care that much about it. I'm going to point it out where I think I have to go later on, but for now let's just enjoy the stage as it is, with this relatively basic setup. We've seen these plants before, we've seen these jumping annoying little shits before. And I'm overthinking it a little bit here. I'm trying to be fancy and use them as projectiles against the plants. I was just like, just hit the plants. There are 2 hits at this point. It's fine. But as I'm still using the spinning attacks, because this is great to get a huge amount of them dead at the same time, I accidentally show off how some of the secrets in this level work. And that is breaking down suspicious rock balls. So this one here was free, very nice. And I just want to point out, there is this one blue guy who is just trolling me here by being around all the time. And until he is fully faded away, the fight music would be playing the entire time. So I am once again reminded how insanely good it is that we can turn it off. Like, I don't even hate it, but having this being in the background all this time, it would be so grating, and it is so nice that we can just enjoy the very nice level music. I don't like the very harsh sounds of the town theme in Day at the very least, of Chun-Nan, but I really enjoy Dragon Road Night. It's great, and it's very nice that we can hear it here in full and without any interruptions. It's one of the best levels for this to really enjoy having this unbroken night ambience, because it just looks amazing. It's one of those very pretty levels, and I'm not saying it's one of the prettiest levels, because all of the levels in this game are pretty, right? Anyway, a relatively normal fight again. It is ramping up. We will have more interesting fights here. I generally think the encounter progression in this level is also pretty good. We start out with enemies that we already know how to fight, and then we keep going and going as more and more elements get added on. As usual, turn around, check the corners, but I don't even check the corners enough, as we're going to see when we return from this side path. This side path is slightly problematic, and is one of the parts which I really disliked the first time that I played the level. I think I'm much better at the game now than I was when I first played it. I'm also better than when I was second time that I played it, because, you know, I just get better at games. Weird concept. And that means it's not that bad. But the first time I played it, this fight here was really annoying. I was a little bit underleveled, I put my priorities wrong, I didn't use the combo system enough, I didn't pick up the enemies to throw them, and then this takes forever. This is a really annoying encounter, and it's going to take a while anyway, because the enemies just very gradually spawn, and even the small ones, as you could see. And I'm missing the attack upgrade here completely, I even realize. I just don't see it, and I had already done this commentary once that I hadn't seen it, so yeah, I think they should have made this a little bit more obvious. There's a lot of stuff on the screen. Anyway, the fight itself so far is fun enough. Like, I like picking up the guys, the big guys, use them as projectiles. Couldn't pick that second one up, even though he was laying on the ground, because the hit detection is awful. But now we get the hornets, and hornets suck. These ones here I immediately take care of. I'm surprised by how quickly this went, but we're going to see a trio of hornets later on, and they are going to be extremely annoying to me, and I'm very happy that these ones aren't. But I do know the first time I played this, I actually died in this fight. This is the first time where I just ran out of life, because I just kept getting owned by the hornets. I failed the quick time event, like here for example. I actually wanted to grab one of the small ones, but you know, sometimes it is unclear which you will actually activate unless you are super sure about the targeting reticule. And well, I died and I redid all of that, and I was just very unhappy, because it takes a while, as I said, especially if you suck at the game. And then there's another guy spawning in, and this first guy wasn't even dead, so can you please get on with it? And this is at my peak performance currently. Imagine how bad it is when you first do this. And then you finally reach this pagoda, and yeah, it's a full heal, cool. Very necessary, usually, if you suck, but there is actually prizes to the side here, so it's not completely wasted time, but it was a little bit weird. This is a completely optional corner of the level. You don't have to do this if you're going for any sort of S rank, just going through it, if you're not looking for the collectibles. And here is what I meant with not checking after every corner. But yeah, as I said, not ideal, and I'm not entirely sure if you have to do it regardless, because there's a bunch of enemies there, and a bunch of enemies mean a bunch of points if you want to go for the S rank. Though there is something that makes me suspect that you don't actually have to do that, and you can go for efficiency, and you only have to go there once and pick up things. And what I mean, in case you forget by the point we are there, is at the end I am almost going to get an S rank, but the points I just got won't matter for that. Draw your own conclusions. Anyway, there is another tiny side thing here, which I always keep forgetting about when I play the level, or I don't notice it. This, I think, is the first time I notice it. Very nice, 10 rings, and I don't think there is even a medal in here, unless I completely missed it, but anyway. And here is a fun part of the level. This electric guy, can't grab him right now. Now I can. And I want to throw him at these enemies, right? Because it might electrocute them, but instead it just bounces back. But what would happen if you throw an electric guy in a river? Well, maybe the river is highly conductive, and this happens. Like, the auto-targeting almost screws you over, because you want to throw him in the river, right? Not at the plants, but yeah. You kill all of them at once. That's cool, that's fun. So, this part here to the left. Worst part of the level, absolutely terrifying as well. It's like, oh my god, can I make it over there? I need a running jump, yeah, right? This needs to be a running jump, and I do it, and again, terrifyingly, camera grabs control of you, shows you the top of this waterfall for whatever reason, I don't know, and now you have to do this awkward platforming with these offset boxes, and I die. So, all of the points I just made, completely gone. So, first time I did this again as well, I died here. You always die here the first time. And then I had to redo this, and I foolishly redid the entire fight with the Hornets on the corner the third time. At this point I was like, oh my god, this stage sucks. But, you know, can't skip this cutscene, by the way. It's not that bad if you know what you're doing and if you don't sweat it that much. Like, don't try to go for perfection the first time. It'll come to you. It's okay. Anyway, the trick here is to just do normal jumps. Your jump distance is enough. Trust it, don't use the double jump, because you do not have a drop shadow. One of the biggest criticisms, absolutely valid, of this game, that the Werehog platforming is completely screwed up because you can't see where you will land. It's terrible. But yeah, this is just something you have to deal with. Red Hornets, I hate them. Why did this escape my grip? It was lying on the ground, waiting for me to grab it and do unspeakable things to it. But no, it just escaped the grip. But what do you think you are? Give yourself to me, like this, thank you, and now I will do said unspeakable things. Die, I hate these things, terrible. Anyway, here is our official introduction to the poles, for some reason, because they were not mandatory to get into this level, they are doing it now. Could have done this a little bit better, I think, anyway. And there is something you might notice if you look to the top right, and now on the top as well. This is the upper part that I was alluding to. You can get on top of the roofs here and shortcut a lot of this level. You never have to go inside here. You can skip the entire battle that is upcoming. You can see that you can get on the roof there, grab it and go up there. And I don't know how yet. I think I've done it before. I just forgot, and it's been a while. I will figure it out eventually. I will show it off, but for now I'm just going through the level. It's fine. So this guy is a healer wizard. Let's keep that in mind, that the purple cloak means that it heals, alright? Cool. So we get rid of it immediately while it's dodging, while all of the hornets are harassing us. And now we can see, this is the trio of hornets I was alluding to, how annoying they can really be. Like, this guy just keeps jumping out of the way. I'm using ground attacks, aerial attacks, it doesn't matter. Like, I slowly damage it, obviously. It is in instant kill range if I actually get to grab it. But the QTE would probably be really hard. And they deal a lot of damage. Like, I am 2/3 of the way to death right now. That's not nothing. Fortunately, there is a heal here, and I actually risked the QTE here and managed to do it, but boy, that was tight, right? The timing. But this is not always the case, and there can be another wave of them later on. It's just, it's difficult. It's really not fun. Anyway, here's a green wizard. What does the green wizard do? I don't know, because I'm going to kill him before he can do anything, but there is a hint to the side. Maybe Chip will tell us again what the wizard was supposed to have done. Let's see. First, we get rid of this guy, keep hitting the dying body of the wizard so that he takes so long to despawn, and now finally we can go on, and it would have resurrected people. Oh, that's not cool, so it's good that I immediately took care of him. Now here I have to think fast, and this also killed me the first time. You have to press the B button here to swing on the pole. Rather keep it pressed. I know this game's tricks by now. Always hold the B button down when you're doing any sort of platforming with a Werehog, because you never know when you're suddenly expected to grab a ledge or swing on a pole, because that was some bullshit, to be honest. Because the first time I did this level, I didn't see that coming, just plunged into the water. It was like, oh yeah, that's fair, very nice, very cool. And then they give you an extra life afterwards because they know that this is stupid. Now this here you can see coming, it's easy, it's slow, but the first pole swing is like, come on man, come on. As I said, by this point I know how these levels work, and I keep doing this now. The difficulty definitely ramps up. And part of the difficulty in the Werehog levels, sadly, is this kind of, oh yeah, you really need to think fast now in this otherwise rather leisurely paced brawler, and if you don't, you die. And that is like 10 minutes of your life wasted if you're going for an S rank. That's not fun! Anyway, here also you have to think fast because this thing retracts. As I said, the difficulty keeps ramping up with these tiny moments of a little bit bullshit, where you're like, okay, here I wasn't in danger of falling in the water, right? But later on, oh for sure, if you don't see that the thing you want to grab onto is a retractor one, it will go away from your hands and you will die. So be aware of that. Anyway, the game clearly thinks that we have used a bunch of the shields so far, and I'm trying sometimes, but I'm still not super convinced that they're really good, but let's see. For example, for the big guys, they eat all of the shields, but at the very least I don't die from them. So we have a blue cloaked wizard here who is doing something with the staff, and we have a purple cloaked wizard who is, as I think, a healer. And then we get a respawn of another blue cloaked wizard, so we take care of the respawner, and now we want to kill the healer, right? So that he can't heal the big guy. So this fight is actually kind of interesting, and I do like it because it has this very interesting dynamic of, yeah, you want to take care of the big guy because he spawns enemies, right? That's not good, but actually you really want to take care of the wizards, as you have been mightily tutorialized before, with very specific tells that, hey, yeah, please take care of the wizards. They are going to resurrect, they're going to heal. This is not fun. You can see a heal coming in here. It actually did heal the big guy, but he was already way down in QTE range, so this is fine, I'm going to kill it. But here you see a demonstration of why you really want to take care of the wizards first. Fortunately, my unleash meter got filled up by the big guy. I can kill the wizard very easily. They're not that bad if you can just focus on them. The real bad guys are the hornets, in my opinion. I hate the hornets very, very much, and I don't really have a good handle on them. But overall, a cool fight, and I think a very fitting climax for this level because it's almost over. However, of course, the secret corner here, another terrifying moment. Oh my god, I almost fell. At the very least, you can grab yourself up here so you don't actually have to land on the second one. And what do we have up here? We have goodies and another electric dude. And we are overlooking the fight arena just now, so I'm like, oh, you know what that means. You can throw this guy down here, electrocute all of the enemies down there, and immediately take care of that. Save like 2 minutes of fighting. Very nice. I'm definitely going to do this when we revisit the stage. I hope it doesn't cost me valuable points, because, I mean, 40,000 for QTEing the big guy, that's a lot of points, right? You need 300k for the S rank, and that's a significant percentage, but let's see how it turns out. Anyway, before we finish the level, however, we can see that there is stuff here on both sides, but on this side we have a grippy ledge. Always look out for the colors. You need to be able to grab it if it is colored like this, and you get 2 medals for the price of 1 secret. Okay, that's fine. Don't know why, but maybe there is even another one if you keep going around the ledge. Not interested now, I want to finish the level, and I'm not interested in checking out if there is something on the other side, because you can't grab on there. And what the hell are you doing here? He followed me all the way up here. That's fun. Anyway, die. Don't give any points, because it's more like an environmental object that you can use to mostly your advantage. And yeah, let's just not risk it. Finish the level, it's fine. And now that hurt a little bit. As I said, 30,000 for the S rank, even though I died after a bit, after a big fight, and here we have it, all of those points, 60,000 points from the start or so on, don't need those at all, apparently. It just needed to be a little bit quicker, not dawdle that much, kill one more enemy with a QTE or something. I don't know. Anyway, oh, cutscene. See you afterwards. And now for something of an experiment. I don't want to fight this guy right now. He will get his own video for sure. So I'm risking it now. If I have to replay the level, it's fine. I'll probably get an S rank this time and I know how to do it. Did it save? Oh, it did. Ah, that's very nice. So you are not actually forced to do the boss fight immediately. This is one of my complaints early on that I didn't know. But you can exit out of the level and then redo the boss fight here immediately. That is very cool. I like that the game works like that. And we will beat up the Phoenix next time. For now, thank you very much for your attention.